And talking about the wrestling side of things,
Yes.
recently we saw you doing an amazing job as a commentator alongside with Taz, Excalibur over
Thank you.
on AEW Dark. And how that thing came to be? How did that started?
So originally I did announcing for the Women's Tag Team Cup
Yeah.
tournament that they put on YouTube a few months ago. So I got the chance to do that, and then once I was asked to come back to finish, because there was multiple days of taping for that.
Mm-hmm.
I was asked if I wanted to sit in on Dark and just to do a little bit more work, and of course I did. And then I was brought back and did a little bit more Dark, and so it's pretty much been I was brought in to do the women's thing, and then got the chance to do a little bit more, which was super cool. Not just the women's matches, but everything on Dark, and but yeah, so they originally asked me to do the women's tournament, kind of to they were bringing in a bunch of independent wrestlers to wrestle in it too, so this was just sort of to keep it, to have another independent perspective on the announcing side of it too.
And you knew the background of many of those competitors. You provided great insights. In my opinion, did a terrific job. Like
a lot of them I've wrestled over the years, but I was at least acquainted with pretty much everyone, and many of them are people that I consider friends because we've been wrestling together, traveling together for years.
Yeah, and of course that wasn't your first experience behind the desk with a microphone, right?
No. So I've done as much announcing as I could do over the years. A lot of times it's just me kind of like asking if I can maybe do some matches, or someone who's putting a show together will ask if I can sit in on some matches after I've wrestled or before I've wrestled, or would I be in? I didn't. It's only recently, and by recently I mean like within the past year, because there hasn't been a lot of wrestling recently, that I've started to take commitments that were only for commentary. Before that, it was a lot of like I would wrestle on the show, and then maybe I would do a match or two on the commentary. And now I've sort of, because people started to ask, like, would you be able to kind of just come and do our whole show or provide it remotely? And that's been really cool, because I didn't think that would ever be a possibility, that I would be able to call entire broadcast. So like Rise Wrestling, which is based out of Chicago area, has had me. I've had the chance last year to do a whole show of theirs by myself, which was fun. I've done commentary for Shimmer for years, that same thing where I would wrestle and then do the commentary. I did quite a bit when I was with Ring of Honor, and then all over the independents, just kind of picking it up here and there. But I haven't had a consistent job as an announcer. Just kind of, that's the direction that I would really like to go.